Hello, I'm gonna do a video about how to do the solution out of getting the number of votes for each candidate and getting the total votes, getting the getting the percentage of each one, and then finding the winner. So what I know from this is that I will want to have different formulas for each. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the include statements. I'm going to put include iOS stream first. Then I'm going to put include IOMAN IP because I want to put a set amount of characters that's allowed. Then I'm going to do include string because I want to have a string in my code. And then the next thing I want to do is using namespace std. And then I'm going to put my int main. And then that's the this is the basics of the code I have so far. And then the next thing I need to do is put values that I need to declare variables that I'm going to be using. And a lot of them are going to be equated to 0 because I'm going to loop them and count them upward like the sum one, like the sum variable that I'm going to have to know the total amount of votes. So I'm going to have an int counter, and this is going to help loop with the arrays. And then I'm going to have an int sum, which is equal to 0. Like I said, I need it to be 0 because why do I need a 0? Because I need a starting point of where I'm going to add my numbers in. So it's going to be 0 plus the number of vote from a candidate, and then it's going to be another candidate, and that's going to be added towards the previous number. So we just have int sum is equal to 0. I'm gonna have a percentage, so I'm gonna make it a double value. My int, I'm gonna make an array size, which is 5 candidates. I'm gonna have an int max votes, and I'm gonna equate that to 0. So int counter max is going to be 0. So it's basically like that right now. And the thing is, the next thing I'm going to do is I need the details from the candidates. I need to know their name, and then I need to know their name and the amount of votes they get. So I'm going to make a cout statement just to say that, hey, you should enter details of the 5 candidates. And then I'm just going to cout and 9. And I'm going to do a code of so I'm going to put a code wherein I'm going to if it's a wrong data type, I'm going to write a code, like for example they put they put a letter or something instead of a number for like the names. So I'm gonna do that now. Input failed. Enter. Okay. Oh, I actually don't need that. I just realized that. I don't need that. I was thinking about putting a wrong, if the input is the wrong input. But what I was thinking was like, because I was gonna put an unlimited amount of candidates, and I was gonna put like I was gonna ask how many candidates do you want, and if it's like, and if they put a wrong character, then I was gonna do something like it was the wrong data, and they would have to enter that. But I just realized I don't have to do that. So since I don't need to do that, I am going to make arrays. So I'm gonna have an array size. Okay. So I'm making arrays that's suited to getting some information or getting data. So for now, I'm trying to use an array, and I'm going to repeat it by the amount of times the array size is. So the array size is 5, and the votes is going to be the same. So I want 5 names and 5 votes. So that's what I'm going to try to get. So what else do I need to do? I need to get the data. So I have to use the for loop. I have to make a for loop that's going to repeat 5 times. So I have a counter. Oh, I misspelled this. Okay, I have a counter. It's going to equal to 0. A lot of people use I though, but I'm just going to use counter for this situation. Counter is less than our array size, and then counter plus plus. And then we would need some details from that. So we want to repeat, enter the candidate's name until it's repeated 5 times. And then we want to get the names. Oh, no. It's going to see out, enter the candidate's name, and it's going to get a value from that, from the array. Okay, so gonna put that, and then we need the votes. So we're gonna see out, enter the amount of votes received, and then we are gonna we're going to have that statement, and then we're going to get something from it. So we're going to get that from the array. So yeah. Give me real like a sec. Okay, so it looks like this right now. So enter the candidate's name, and then we're gonna cin that for an array, or array. Sorry. And then we need a sum. We need to somehow get the sum, right? So we're going to use that to, we're going to use the sum in order to get the percentage, and then we're going to see out the total amount of votes, right? So sum is at 0. Like I said before, sum is usually at 0 because there's a starting point, and it's going to be added to an array of the amount of number votes received per person. So like for example, Billy got like 1 vote, and then like Hillary got 2. So it's going to count like 1 plus 2 is 3. That's going to be the total amount of votes. Sum plus votes. Oh yeah, we have to see out in the end line so it looks nice. And then we're going to see out. Okay, this is for to make it look nicer. So candidate, and then the names, the value we got from the name, and then we're gonna put, okay, I'll explain it in a sec. It's just it's a bunch of code, and I don't want to waste too much time on this. So we did the sum statement right here, and then we're outputting okay, this guy, like let's say Billy, we're getting the name from what we're asking from enter the candidate's name. So that value, the names counter is going to be here, and the votes counter is going to be here. So it's going to repeat like, oh, Billy got like 3 votes, and so on. So yeah, it's just for aesthetics purposes, and to know like each time how many votes they got. So the next thing we have to do is display the results. So I am going to do that right now. I'm going to set the precision to 2. Then cout, new line. And then the election results, I need to cout. Endline cout. Set W, we're using a character max amount of characters. That's why we use the IOMAN IP. And then okay. Okay, so we're actually going to use a for loop in order to calculate the percentage of each candidate. But this is basically what I was typing. This is just for the aesthetics purposes. It's going to show. Oh, I spelled this wrong. Oops. For aesthetics purposes, it's going to see out the election results, and then it's going to end that line, and then it's going to see out this stuff. But right now I need to put the function in for calculating calculating the percentage for per candidate. So I need to put a for statement. So it's going to be our counter is equal to 0, and counter is less than the, what did I put for 5? Array size. So yeah, that's correct. And then I'm going to put counter plus plus to make sure that it loops. Counter plus plus. Okay, then I need my brackets. And the algorithm to get this. Wait, I'm just gonna set W 15 to have a character limit. Names. Okay. So 6, right? Counter. So I need to put the formulas for percentage now. Cast double, and then I need to put the votes array counter and sum times 100. Total amount of votes. No, the individual candidate over total amount of votes. Okay, so this is the formula. This formula is basically, so we're getting the individual candidates' number of votes, and then we're gonna divide it by the sum, and then we're gonna use that value, and then we're gonna multiply it by 100. So that's actually how we're gonna get a percentage. So we get the percentage by that, and I need to set W for some of these things. So it has a limit. Then cout end line. So I'm just putting coding for to see out the total amount of votes that are going to be casted. Total. And it just takes a while because I put so much set W's. And I'm going to put a loop. I need a for loop, so it's going to, so right now I'm just going to see out the total, and then I need to do a for loop to actually understand what's the max amount of values there are. So right now I'm doing that. I'm just putting the same for loop so that it's going to repeat 5 times. So we have to put an if statement inside of that. So if the votes counter is greater than max votes, max votes is going to equal to votes counter then counter max is equal to counter. So this, what I just put right now is a for loop to repeat the count. And then I have an if statement. If the current number of votes is greater, it becomes the new max for here. And this one is going to tract who has the most votes. Okay, so the next thing we do is we see out the winner, finally. So, the biggest moments. Names, counter max, then endline. And then I'm going to put some deconstruct stuff. Okay, so I'm basically done with the code, and we're going to run it soon. So this is basically how my code looks right now. So the winner of the election is, of course, the one that's going to get the highest amount of votes. I'm going to output that. So then I am going to compile and run. So as you can see, it says enter details of 5 candidates. Enter the candidate's name. Let's put my last name. And let's put 400. So like I said before, it's going to show the name and then it's going to show how many votes I had. And let's go put, I don't know, let's put Mo. I don't know, maybe it's a nickname. 300, and let's just put Mary. So we have girl running for elections. Let's go put Philip, because he's one of my friends that I remember his name. So who was our last candidate going to be? Let's just do Tom. And it's going to be 600. Whoa, wait, I'm sorry. I forgot to system pause. Because I was using my desktop, and for some reason it doesn't really need a system pause. I'm just gonna fix it really quick. Okay. So I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna write names real quick. Okay. Oh. So, yeah. So this is the code I have right now. So it says the winner is me. And actually we have a tie here. But, yeah, this is the total amounts. I'm actually going to put a new line. That doesn't really look that aesthetically pleasing. So I'm probably going to put an end line here later on. Well, I'm not going to put an end line there. But yeah, let's redo it again because it was a tie. So let's go put Mary 600 300 50. Oopsie. So of course the winner is GHHG. So yes, and this is the percentage. Okay, and that concludes my presentation. Yeah.